Now we are going to see about SLA, Service Level Agreement. Basically, SLA uses a standard agent in the backend, and the standard agent name is Service Level Events. So basically, SLA has three things, that is goal, deadline, and passed deadline. Goal and deadline start from t is equal to 0, that is from the onset, whereas passed deadline time starts after deadline time. So if you see, goal time is always from t is equal to 0 till that time, goal time which you have mentioned. Deadline also starts from t is equal to 0, that is at the same instant at which goal starts, and till the specified time. So ideally deadline should be greater than or equal to goal because they both start at t equal to 0. Coming to passed deadline, it's like it starts after deadline, so it comes after deadline. So from deadline till you need to add some time to get the passed deadline. So as you can see here, in each stage, in each step, you can mention, you can specify your own goal and deadline times. So there is also a property called px urgency, which holds the urgency value. Urgency is nothing but priority in Pega. The more the urgency value, the higher the priority. So even get next work OOTB activity gets the work which has the highest urgency, so that can be repeated upon first. So say initially you have urgency as 0, you can add the urgency value. Say if the task is not completed even after the goal time is completed, then you can increase the urgency value. As you increase the urgency value, it's like its urgency or priority increases. Say for example, now even after reaching the deadline, still that event is not completed, then you can increase the urgency value once again. So in this way, you can keep on increasing the urgency value if goal is not reached or deadline is not reached. So you can keep the SLA. You can define the SLA either at stage level or at step level. In step level, you can also keep the SLA on assignment level if it is an assignment shape or collect information step. If it is an approve step, even in the approve step, you can define a SLA. If you define an SLA at the stage level, then that goal time or the timer starts ticking upon stage entry, and the timer goal time or the deadline time will continue till the end of that stage. So the entire stage should be completed before that goal time or deadline time. If you define an SLA on a process at flow level, so the SLA time starts once the case enters to this flow, and the time ends once the flow is complete. Likewise, SLA defined at step level. So once the case enters this step, assignment shape or approve step, at that time the timer starts, and that before the goal time or the deadline time, this step has to be completed. If it is defined at process level, before the goal time, entire process, all the steps in that process has to be completed. If it is defined at stage level, then all the processes and steps in that stage should be completed before the goal time in this SLA at stage level. So this is an important interview question. In how many levels SLA can be defined? Yes, SLA can be defined at 4 levels. One is at the case level. This is the topmost level. See, in the case designer landing page, go to settings, goal and deadline. So this is the top level. You define your SLA, goal time and deadline time, and you can also notify the creators or participants. If it is participants, you can manage your participants. That is for assignment at the case level. So that SLA, sorry, it's not assignment, SLA at the case level. That SLA timer starts when that case is created and ends when the case is closed. So generally the goal time at the case level should be highest than the goal time at the stage level, because the stage can be completed but there can be other pending stages. So case level is like for entire case you are having, so you should have more goal time. So next thing is you can define SLA at stage level. This is called as stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, goal and deadline. Here also you can keep your SLA. Okay. Third is you can keep at the flow level. Flow or process is the same. This is the process level. Here also you can keep. You can select an existing or you can define your own custom SLA. Next is the step level. So this step is then an assignment shape. It is a collect info shape. So here also you can define. So now we will see, say if we are defining here, if we go to the Dev Studio, step is a shape. Each step is a smart shape. If it is an approve reject step, it will be a decision shape. If it is a collect info step, it would be an assignment shape. So on this assignment, they are defining an SLA, service level agreement. If we open that SLA, so same SLA, instead of configuring from Dev Studio, you can also configure from the App Studio. So earlier we have seen up to App Studio configuration. Now we are seeing Dev Studio configuration. So initial urgency. So one of the famous interview questions is which property holds initial urgency? PY urgency SLA. If this property holds initial urgency. So you can set your initial urgency here. Next, the start of this SLA, that is the time. So whenever this goal time, that is 15 minutes, is reached, and still if this assignment is not completed, still if the case is waiting at this assignment only, then these actions, escalation actions, these actions are called as escalation actions. These escalation actions will be performed. So you can call any of these escalation actions. You can call an activity, call a data transform, call flow, advanced flow. You can notify assignee or manager or any other parties. You can transfer the case to work list or another work basket. Okay, so these are called as escalation actions. So once the goal time is reached and still if the assignment is not processed, then these escalation actions will be triggered. Likewise, next it will see the deadline time. So it is deadline time also starts from t is equal to 0, not after the end of the goal time. So after deadline time again specified escalation actions take place. Likewise, now past deadline always starts after the deadline is completed. So at t is equal to 0, SLA starts, t is equal to 15, this action is executed. T is equal to 30, this action is executed. Now say you are giving 1 minute, means at 31st minute, 1 minute after the deadline, this past deadline escalation action will be executed. You can also change the number of deadlines. Say if you keep number of deadlines as 5, then at 31st minute you will get this action executed. Again at 32nd minute, 33rd, 34th, again at 35th minute this action will be executed. Because here this is like the loop counter, this number of iterations. So 5 times past deadline will be executed. Next thing is, say initial urgency is 0. Say if the assignment is not completed even after goal time is complete, then you will be adding this urgency to the initial urgency, 0 plus 25. So the new urgency will be 25. If you see this property, py escalations of goal dot py escalation urgency, this is py escalation of deadline. So this is value group property. What is value group? We will see later. So likewise, if the assignment is not completed even after deadline time, then again we'll be adding 50 urgency to the existing urgency. So likewise, the say here even in past deadline again you are adding urgency, but the maximum possible urgency is 100, minimum possible is 0. The range of urgency value is 0 to 100 only. So here the goal time and everything you are setting here, you are hard coding goal time, deadline time. Say if you want to dynamically change the goal time and deadline time for an assignment, then you can select set to the value of a property. So if you see, this is also another important question. Which property holds dynamically? PO escalations of goal dot PO escalation property. So you can specify any property which holds this goal time. It need not be PO SLA goal. Pega has already given it, so you can use that. You can also add your own property. So instead of taking this hard coded value, they will check the value in this property, and after that time this escalation actions will be performed. Say after the this is useful when you want to dynamically set the goal time using some data transform or property set in an activity. You can set this value in this property so that dynamically you can set goal time, deadline time. But past deadline time you cannot set dynamically. You have to 100% manually hard code only. So if this SLA is defined at assignment level or the step level, then this goal time and deadline time, these all will start from the moment the assignment is first encountered in the flow. Say if the same assignment is configured at the flow level, then the moment case enters this flow, timer starts. If it is configured at stage level, the moment case enters this stage, timer starts, and when the moment the case ends, sorry, the stage ends, it will be keep on executing the escalation actions until that stage is completed. So say for example, there is another famous interview question. There are different SLAs configured. One is at the case level in the settings tab, another is at the stage level, another is at the flow level, another is at the step level. Which one takes highest priority? Obviously, the one which is nearest to the user or the innermost, that is step level or assignment level, takes highest precedence and gets executed first. So now we will see the output. Say for example, at step level in schedule repair, an assignment is already defined. Sorry, SLA is defined on the assignment. As you can see here, we have kept 30 minutes. So here we are getting due 30 minutes from now. Thank you.